What's going on? I want to speak on something for a few minutes. And as y'all can see, the title is within the video. Patience span is short, is a curse. Deuteronomy chapter 28. All right. Patience span is short. I want to also talk about mistreated, how certain things can affect our people in their lifetime. Even when you look at a lot of this is no me jumping and down the throat of our elderly people, because I have a great deal of love and respect for our elderly people. You know what I'm saying? But they are brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? They really is brainwashed. And I'm not being critical, but I saw more of that today. Um, with a certain with you know what I mean? It's Um, like I said, I have a great deal of love and respect, but I'm just this video is just going to be for educational purposes. I'm coming from Deuteronomy chapter 28, and I remember my brother, my Benjamite brother. So shout out to you if you get this video. Um, was telling me, about being circumspect, being careful, and stuff like that. And who is behind all these things? Esau. And Esau is the enemy, and he was just it's no other way to put this. You see what I'm saying? Esau is all behind this. The so-called white man, they is behind all these things that happens to our people. Because if you look right here in Deuteronomy 28:1, the Bible said, "And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe," that means pay attention, "and to do all his commandments, which I commanded thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come upon thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God." You see what I'm saying? Then it goes on to say, "Blessed shall thou be in the city, and blessed shall thou be in the field." We was cursed in the work field. We was cursed everywhere. You see what I'm saying? But now I'm finna go to verse 15 just to get to the meat of it. "But it shall come to pass, if thou if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice," that means listen to the voice of the Lord thy God, "to observe," that means pay attention, "to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come up on thee and overtake thee." And then it goes on to say in verse 16, "Cursed should thou be in the city." That's what it just said in Deuteronomy chapter 1. And cursed shall thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket in thy store. I mean, we don't own no stores. We have to go to their food markets to get everything. Now, let's look at now. Excuse me for being browsing, but I'm still trying. I'm putting it in. So let's go and let's look at verse 32. "And thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand." And then that's I'm actually skipping, but these are a lot of the curses. Now let's read verses 36. "And the Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have not known, and there shall thou serve other gods, wood and stone." That's talking about that white Jesus. They're gonna worship Christianity, and they're gonna worship the wood and the stone. The wood and stone is a Christianity, and wood represents that white Jesus. And then another curse, it says, and thou shalt become an astonishment and a proverb and a byword amongst all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. That's going into talking about I'm gonna break this down more in details tomorrow, but I'm gonna read. Let's go to verse 58 because that's on my mind. The Bible says, "If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, the Lord thy God, then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long kindness and sore sickness." So he's telling you that now, when it says, I tell you what, let's do this with you. Let's go to verses 61. It says, "And also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed." Now, it says every sickness. Now, when you abuse as a child, right? When you abuse as a child, you tend to grow up and be the version of what you was affected to be. You see what I'm saying? Like, have y'all ever been around some people or just been around something to where um, some people's patience span is very short? Now, what I am saying, this is what I've been wanting to talk about. It's not really, I mean, whether I experienced it in particular or just in general, which I have, you experience certain people talking to you in a certain way that you don't want to. You see what I'm saying? So, when people, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like they'll tell you to do something, and if you misunderstand and you want to, they will like they'll scroll you really quick. But I understand why. I mean, I have an understanding a general idea of it because we all is affected by something or somebody. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna talk more about this tomorrow because this is a very interesting topic. All right, I'll see y'all later here. I'm gonna talk more about it. My bad, because I don't want to be like falling asleep and then trying to explain and then get off into it and then you don't get no full understanding. You see what I'm saying? So I'll be back tomorrow and I'll see y'all later.